What's up everybody and welcome to another week of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This week was a bit slow for mods, although we did get a few cool ones, not nearly as many as previous weeks. For that reason, this video will probably be a little bit shorter than you're used to. If you do enjoy this week's episode, I encourage you to consider subscribing. I also did just set up a Patreon, so if you want to check that out, be huge thanks to you. With all that being said, let's get right into it. So the first mod I want to show you guys is TCE, or the Companions Enhanced. Basically what this does is overhaul all the companions in the game, making minor tweaks and changes to each and every one of them. These range from enhanced faces for Kate, Curie, Piper, and Mama Murphy, to just damage and kind of effect buffs for other companions, making them a little bit more relevant, because frankly companions right now are big bullet sponges and don't really serve a purpose outside of that. Some of the changes you could expect from this mod is Codsworth dealing dot damage now, so that's damage over time. So basically he'll attack them and then they'll be burnt, and for a few seconds they'll continue to take damage from that burn. He also has increased range, so his little razor blade can hit people a bit farther away. A lot of the other companions just have damage or accuracy increases, with a few unique ones here and there, like Valentine having a small chance for bleed. All around, it's a very cool mod, and I really like the principle behind this. We don't really have a good companion overhaul right now for Fallout 4, so I'm really excited to see this one get updated and add new features. Vault 119 is a mod I've been waiting for a very long time. Basically it adds in a brand new vault into the Commonwealth. Once inside, you'll find kind of a regular area where you have all the different vault supplies and a control room and all that. But once you gain access to it as a workshop and you destroy the rebel, you'll have a giant square room to build any kind of settlement you want using the Vault Tech Workshop. I hated the layout of the Vault 88 with all those different corridors, and I don't know, it just felt very unnatural and weird to me. I wanted to build a square and normal size settlement. Vault 119 gives you the opportunity to do that. It's a really simple mod, there's nothing else going on. When you come in, you'll have to fight off a few ghouls, but otherwise very simple, straight to the point, but really good at the same time. Gravel redone in 4K. So I'm assuming you can figure out what this mod does exactly. Basically remapping gravel into 4K textures, making them look really sharp and basically a lot nicer. Initially you might be like, wow, that's kind of a dumb mod, but no, it actually works really well. You have to see it in person for yourself, I think, but if you look at the gravel from afar, it looks like real, like surprisingly real. And I didn't realize until after I downloaded this mod how often you actually see gravel. I really like these overhaul mods because what this is going to do is make Fallout 4 relevant after its lifespan. 3 years from now, when it's dated and looks ugly compared to the newer games, we could download mods like this to really spice up the game and make it look as sharp as it did when it was first released, or technically better, but it'll live up to the modern standards. Skyrim's a great example of this being used to great success, and I hope Fallout 4 follows the same route. Bryar Pistol adds in Kyle Katarn from Star Wars' trusted sidearm. It's a really simple but nice looking pistol. The textures on it are really sharp, and the model, I really like the model, I don't know. It's a very pistol feeling pistol, if that makes sense. Some pistols out there feel like they could be a primary weapon or just do absorbent amounts of damage. This isn't like that. It has a high magazine size with 100 shots and does pretty mediocre damage. It really feels like a sidearm and it should be used as such. After you run out of ammo with your first weapon, but you almost took down the enemy, switch to this thing to finish somebody off. It's perfect in those scenarios. It also does give you a really good Star Wars-y feel. It does have custom sound effects, and everything about it is just a really nice pistol. I'm really hoping to see some more weapon modifications for it in the future that would push this over the edge as being one of the better weapon mods, but right now it's just a pretty good one. Duncan's Den. So this adds in a quest and a couple of new companions. One of those is human and 8 of those are dogs. It's actually really funny, 8 dog companions in this mod. They all have this cool functionality, so once you recruit them, it'll actually go into your quests and you can track them that way. So if you lose one of the dogs or make it stay somewhere, since there are 8 of them, it's going to probably be hard to keep track of each and every one. You can easily do this by that quest now. June is fully voiced and really obnoxious. I kind of really like it.
Well, you're new. Howdy, name's June. You're not one of them robots, is ya? I hear tell they are heaps of trouble.
The companion itself does look quite nice. I did play through the quest, although I'm not showing any footage of that because, well, I feel like that would be counterintuitive. It's pretty good for what it is, not going to blow it out of the water, but something to occupy your time. My favorite part about this mod, honestly, was all the companions. Having the 8 dogs run up and attack people if you use the multiple companions mod was so funny and just so entertaining. I feel like that's something practical in real life if you walked up to a dog kennel and try to rob it or something. Well, now you could recreate that in Fallout 4. last but not least, we do have plasma swords. So I actually made a full video about this earlier in the week, and it didn't really do that well. I don't know if I had a bad title or a bad thumbnail, but not many of you did watch it, but I do think it is a really cool mod, and I think it's one of the more unique mods out there right now. Basically, it adds in a plethora of totally custom swords into the game, basically being made out of plasma. I've actually seen some YouTube videos about people trying to create a real-life energy sword, and this hits that on the head, or the nail on the head. I'm not a science expert or anything like that, but from what I understand, this is how a real-life energy or lightsaber sword would work, and this is exactly how it would look like. If you don't care about any of that, it adds in some really cool and unique swords into Fallout 4. If you're checking out different melee weapons, this is definitely a must check out, just because of how cool it is. Again, I feel like videos and pictures don't really do it justice. When you're in game looking at the little flowy effects of it, it just is really surreal to think Fallout 4 came this far. That's gonna be pretty much it for this week though, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. I really encourage you to watch my other video today, something a little bit interesting to do with copyright. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, or you can support me on Patreon if you're feeling extra generous today. With all that being said, again, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.